Hey everyone, it's Mr. Hollywood, and today I will be giving my top 10 favorite Tom Cruise movies of all time. And after I give my top 10 list, I'll just quickly go over his top 5 best acting performances. And shout out to the Oscars for giving Tom Cruise his honorary Oscar. So in November, there's going to be a ceremony for his honorary Oscar. Obviously, I'm not invited, but I'm very happy that Tom Cruise is finally getting an honorary Oscar. But anyways, let's get started. And coming in at number 10 for my favorite Tom Cruise movies is Minority Report. I feel like this movie was extremely interesting, and I think it had an interesting premise of Tom Cruise knows how to prevent death or prevent emergencies because of his company that sees the future. But then sometime in the middle of the movie, he sees that he's going to be a murderer, and for the entire movie, or for the second half, he's on the run, and you kind of see if, is there a way to change it? And then that middle point where you see that you know why, or where you finally find out why he killed this person, it was very impactful, and I think this movie was just beautifully made. And yeah, it is a great movie, and it is my 10th favorite Tom Cruise movie. Number 9 is Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Now, I tried not to have this list loaded with Mission Impossible movies. However, there were still 4 that had to make the cut. So yeah, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. You can argue it has the best stunt in the franchise with the Dubai Tower sequence. That scene was just amazing, and the whole team dynamic was great. The introduction of Jeremy Renner is great. The only thing really holding this back is the villain was pretty bad, but other than that, this movie is great, and it is my 9th favorite Tom Cruise movies. Now, the top 8 I actually think is a whole nother level, and it is really hard determining the top 8, especially this next 3, which this next 3 can go back and forth. The number 8 for me is Rain Man. The brotherhood dynamic between Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman was just amazing, and this movie has, like I said, just great acting through and through. The journey with Tom Cruise finding his brother that he didn't know he had, and building the relationship and just going on this spiritual journey with the two of them. It was beautiful, and this movie just shows the genius of Barry Levinson as a director. And Barry Levinson was so great in the 80s, and he's amazing at providing emotion, because this movie on paper should come off as corny, but this movie is just magical. Yeah, this movie is beautiful, and it is my 8th favorite Tom Cruise movie. Number 7 is Top Gun Maverick. I know a lot of people would have it in the top 5, and that's fair enough. This movie rules. It takes everything great about the first Top Gun and just elevates it. It has a banger soundtrack. The action is great. Tom Cruise, of course, delivers again. And I think it has a emotional storyline with Maverick and Rooster, where obviously his father was killed in the first Top Gun, and Tom Cruise is kind of a father figure to him, and the dynamic between those two is just great. The acting is just great, and yeah, this movie just rocks, and it is my 7th favorite Tom Cruise movie. Number 6 is A Few Good Men, and A Few Good Men is one of the best courtroom dramas. The dynamic between Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson is just amazing. The story of Tom Cruise, who always has potential to be a great lawyer, but he would always just take these plea deals. But then in the middle, you find out he can't take a plea deal, and he has to face Jack Nicholson in court. And that final court case was it was beautiful. Yeah, this movie is amazing, and it is my 6th favorite Tom Cruise movie. Number 5 is the newly released Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, which I did debate where I wanted to put this. I knew it would be in the top 5 after the first time, So then I saw it a second time, not only because I loved the movie, but also partially for this video. And I did determine it is, as of right now, it would be my number 5. Though realistically, number 5, 4, and 3 could be interchangeable based on the day. But yeah, Mission Impossible Final Reckoning was a great conclusion to the Mission Impossible franchise. If this would be the final film, the action scene where Tom Cruise jumps off the plane and like the underwater sequence was amazing. The final battle was amazing, and I think the team dynamic was strong, and I just think Tom Cruise, I mean, he definitely gave us one last mission to remember, and I mean, this movie, I mean, my first experience, because like the first time I saw it, I actually saw it in a Regal theater. It is one of the best experiences I've had in my lifetime. Just seeing it opening week, and I mean, it was amazing. I was very happy about this film. I definitely think it stuck the landing, and it is my 5th favorite Tom Cruise movie. But there are just 4 I like a little bit more, and number 4 is Jerry Maguire, my favorite of his big dramatic roles. And I mean, there really isn't much to say about Jerry Maguire that hasn't already been said. This is one of my all-time favorite sports movies. The dynamic between Tom Cruise and Renee Zellweger was great. The kid in this honestly gave one of the best child acting performances of all time. And Tom Cruise playing a sports agent to Cuba Gooding Jr., who took home the Oscar for this. I mean, his relationship with him throughout the film was great, and how Tom Cruise talks about how sports agents should have less clients because it does become a lot harder, and how you see how his company collapsed and how his relationship went sideways, but you see how it comes together by the end. I mean, yeah, this movie was beautiful, and it is my 4th favorite Tom Cruise movie. Number 3 is Mission Impossible Fallout. This movie just took the Mission Impossible franchise to a whole nother level. It gave us Henry Cavill's August Walker, who is my 2nd favorite villain in the franchise behind Philip Seymour Hoffman in the 3rd film. And the action this was just amazing. I mean, the team dynamic was amazing. And yeah, this movie is just amazing. It gives you everything you want in an action film, and it is my 3rd favorite Tom Cruise movie. Number 2 is Collateral, the sole entrance on this list where Tom Cruise plays a villain. I mean, yeah, Tom Cruise was an amazing villain. The dynamics between Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx was just amazing. And even though it's not like a one-location action film, for a lot of the movie, it is Jamie Foxx driving. However, the movie still keeps you on the edge of your seats. Michael Mann is amazing with LA Nighttime Thrillers. Of course, the other example of this is Heat. And I actually do like this a little bit more than Heat, but both films are amazing in their own ways. And the journey with Tom Cruise being paid to kill 5 people, and Jamie Foxx trying to avoid his fate, because his fate seems inevitable, but throughout the entire movie, you see if there's a way that he can prevent this. And yeah, the whole movie is just intense and very well directed by Michael Mann. So Collateral is my 2nd favorite Tom Cruise film. But my number 1 favorite Tom Cruise film is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, my favorite Mission Impossible film, one of my favorite action films of all time. This movie just gives me everything I want from an action movie. It has great action, it has great character dynamics, it has great emotion, it just has everything, and it was my favorite movie of 2023, and it's been my favorite Mission Impossible movie since day one, and almost 2 years later, I could still safely say it is my favorite of the franchise, and my favorite Tom Cruise films. Now I'm going to quickly give you guys what I think are Tom Cruise's top 5 best acting performances. So these aren't exactly my favorite characters, aren't exactly my favorite movies, and not even like my favorite roles necessarily, just in my opinion, his 5 best acting performances. Number 5 is Top Gun Maverick, and I will say, even though obviously I like Ethan Hunt more than Maverick as a character, I just think his acting in Top Gun Maverick is definitely his best of his action roles. But I mean, yeah, I mean, his acting in Top Gun Maverick is just through the roof. But then again, really, I mean, Tom Cruise is great in everything, so it is really hard to only choose his top 5 best acting performances. But yeah, Top Gun Maverick, I mean, the acting by Tom Cruise is just phenomenal. And yeah, in my opinion, it is his 5th best acting performance. In my opinion, his 4th best acting performance is Jerry Maguire. I think his acting is definitely amazing. Though the reason it wouldn't be in the top 3 is I feel like his top 3 are a little bit more physically demanding, so that's why it's only his 4th best acting performance. Still an amazing acting performance. Number 3 is A Few Good Men. I mean, the acting throughout the film was just phenomenal. It is a shame that he never got an Oscar nomination for this. But then again, Jerry Maguire is actually the only one that is in my top 5 in terms of his acting performances that he did end up getting an Oscar nomination for. But I mean, yeah, his acting, A Few Good Men, his dynamics with Jack Nicholson, and his role as a lawyer, it was just all very well done, and it was great acting by Tom Cruise. That's his 3rd best. The top 2 are the ones that are undoubtedly his top 2. It's like on a whole nother level. They're arguably like 2 of maybe the 20 best acting performances I've seen in a film. And number 2 is his performance in Rain Man. Even though I like Jerry Maguire and A Few Good Men more, I can't deny that his acting in Rain Man is his best of those 3. And just the way he is able to portray emotion in the film, and I mean, his journey with Dustin Hoffman. And like, obviously, like, Dustin Hoffman's the one that took the Oscar. And I think while Dustin Hoffman was great, I do feel like Tom Cruise should have taken the Oscar. And at the very least, he probably should have been nominated as well. However, I mean, they're obviously both amazing, and I think Dustin Hoffman's acting definitely complements Tom Cruise very well in terms of the acting. So, yeah, anyways, I mean, Rain Man, great movie, and in terms of acting performances, I think it's his 2nd best acting. But in my opinion, the best acting performance by Tom Cruise is Collateral. Now, even though obviously Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning is my favorite film of his, and I don't even think his acting in Mission Impossible is bad by any means. I still think it's great. However, Collateral for me does take the cake for his best acting performance. Just the way he's able to intimidate you, and the way he's able to portray someone who is not pure evil. They definitely portray emotion, but they are someone you do want to see defeated. However, because of Tom Cruise, they also make you love him at the same time. I mean, his role in Collateral is criminally underrated, and yeah, I do think it is his best acting performance, and I do think it's arguably a top 10 supporting actor performance of all time. So, to me, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning is my favorite Tom Cruise movie, and Collateral, in my opinion, is his best acting performance. So, those are my Tom Cruise awards, I guess you could say. I mean, obviously, Tom Cruise is one of, if not my favorite actors. By the way, the top 10 actor list is going to get delayed to my birthday, where I'm doing all these top 50s plus one top 100. So you'll see my top 50 favorite actors during that video. Anyways, Tom Cruise, I mean, yeah, he's Tom Cruise. He's amazing, and I do feel like this was a good time to go over his career after Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. So yes, I mean, so yeah, there's a list. Thanks for watching. Feel free to share your favorite Tom Cruise movies / what you think are his best performances down below in the comments. And I cannot wait to watch a lot more movies this summer and to do a lot more videos. Now, thanks for watching, and peace out.